Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running back sent in motion. Stroud throwing here on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Trying again, following the set. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 24 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Second and 3 now. Now it's Stroud. Hits his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Steelers go in nickel, third down. To the air, Stroud. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On play action, here's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up first and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Stroud from the pistol. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Running left is Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Fields out of the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Play, really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Steelers set to punt it. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, or under Mixon. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Keeping it with Mixon. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, Stroud. He finds Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Gets this to Johnson. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort. Adding as much as possible that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, Instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Give him 13 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He gets this one to McLaurin. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
A run here with Robinson. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. This is Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Throwing is Stroud. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
On first and 10, it's Fields. Taken in by Dobbs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's Fields to throw. Won't get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Robinson on the inside give. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Looking. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And now they face 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking to throw, Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's caught for the 1st. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Lone back gets the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 34. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Houston. You should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. And with 2 scores now, it's a 2-score game. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fields to throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Second down and 10. Fields. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Fields. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Another throw for Fields. He's got it near the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Read option, keeping to the right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Fields out of the gun. Catch is made in close. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. With 40 seconds left, you have to think part of this game comes down to this onside kick. And the Texans get on this kick, and that should do it for this game. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Likely going to see him take a knee here. Force him to burn a timeout, conserve a little of that clock. So it's a win for the Texans.